How's it going, YouTube? Chris here, my home theater. Got a brand new video for you today. I want to do a little talk about DTS, DTS X, DTS X Pro, IMAX Enhanced. What DTS X Pro means in the upcoming days. I just want to have a little talk and discussion about that. I've always been a fan of DTS. Back in the early days, I was in home theater when it was just Pro Logic, stereo sound and Pro Logic. And then in the early 90s, the Dolby Digital came out. Used to be called AC3, and Dolby Digital came out. I think the very first Laserdisc was in 95, and it was Clear and Present Danger. And I really liked those movies there, but that was the first home release. Not sure about the cinema because we're focusing on DTS, but the first film that came out in the movies was Jurassic Park, the original Jurassic Park. So therefore, the very first home release was on Laserdisc in DTS format, was in 97. Now, I used to have the Laserdisc, DTS, and then when DVD came out, as soon as they released the DVD, I bought the DTS version of the DVD. To me, it was always the superior sound. I also had the DTS Laserdisc of Titanic. And at the time, that was the only way you get it. Even when DVD come out, it wasn't in DTS. So DTS has always been to me the superior sound. And at the time, DTS ES had come out. Well, you know, that's the extended surround. And I got out of home theater in 2004, 2005. I think I got out for a while. So I kind of missed all the other formats that came along up until I got back in it. You know, DTS X had already been out. So with that being said, what is DTS X? Well, DTS X, basically it's the same thing as Atmos. It's object-based. And the sound engineers are able to place sounds in every speaker very similar or the exact, just the way Atmos does. But as we look at discs today, there ain't a whole lot of DTS X discs compared to Atmos discs. Now, why is that? I think a lot of the manufacturers kind of jumped on the Atmos wagon, and I'm a fan of Atmos. I love Dolby Atmos. It is an awesome soundtrack. But again, I've always been a fan of DTS. DTS always had the deeper bass, the better bass. It just sounded good, sounded more spacious. Today, you used to could take a movie and it had the Dolby Digital soundtrack and the DTS soundtrack, and you could switch them back and forth. Which one sounds better? Kind of hard to do that today. I think it was Techno Dad. He did a review on Jumanji: The Next Level. And as we know, it is an IMAX Enhanced disc. He said, I think, I'm quoting him right, is on Apple TV, the Jumanji Next Level. I think you can get it in Atmos. So you could actually do a comparison of Atmos soundtrack and the DTS X, actually the IMAX Enhanced soundtrack. Now, he stated that the DTS X was better. And I would think that would be the case if you could check all the movies. I really like the DTS X soundtrack. But, you know, DTS X has been out for, I don't know, a few years now, 4 years, maybe 5. I don't know the exact date it came out. But it came out, and then we got, a couple years ago, what they call DTS X IMAX Enhanced. Now, see, when I bought my new Pioneer, the 504, the LX 504, it had the DTS IMAX enhancement on it. So you had to kind of wait until the stuff came out because, you know, it wouldn't play the DTS X IMAX Enhanced soundtrack unless it was IMAX Enhanced. So I looked around and basically at the time, the only thing I could find was stuff like this. You know, and there's nothing wrong with these things. I mean, I've got the Space Station. I picked this up at Walmart for like $15, and I was like, man, you know, that's all fine and well, but I want to hear a movie. I want to see a movie. And there just wasn't any out there. Well, the first movie that I found that came out was The Angry Birds 2. And if you look on the back of the pack, they don't call it IMAX Enhanced. They just call it, it's DTS X IMAX. And when my receiver decodes it, that's basically what it says. And so it don't have necessarily the IMAX Enhanced. This is DTS X IMAX. So I picked up The Angry Birds and I was like, well, that's good. That's just a cartoon. I really want to hear a movie in it. So I think the next one that I picked up that came out was the Zombieland Double Tap. It's in IMAX Enhanced. And it was a good sounding film soundtrack. And then the Jumanji Next Level, man, I'm telling you, it is a fantastic movie. The IMAX Enhanced, I really like that format. It's pretty good. And then we got Charlie's Angels, the new one. Like the movie, hate the movie, whatever. It's got the IMAX Enhanced. I wanted to check out the soundtrack. And I know they are doing some other movies like Venom, supposed to be come out in IMAX Enhanced. And also, I think they're going to redo the Spider-Man. I think maybe the Homecoming. I can't remember, but it's one of maybe Homecoming and the Far From Home. Not sure. But one of them is getting IMAX Enhanced. I can't wait till that comes out because we can test it. I mean, we can have a disc, test IMAX, test Atmos, then we're gonna get a fair which one is better. But I said all that to say this. Now we got DTS X Pro. What is DTS X Pro? Man, DTS X Pro, it just takes DTS X to the next level. When you add that Pro in there, what they're telling you, you can get up to 32 channels of sound. 32 channels. What in the world am I gonna put 32 speakers? I mean, I've got a decent sized theater here. I mean, 10.5 foot ceilings, 24 foot long, 15.5 foot wide. Where am I gonna put 32 speakers in? If I could afford to do it, I would try it, but I don't know. But the thing about it is, as I covered with the DTS and the DTS X and stuff, you had to wait for the software to get to you. The movies, you had to wait for them. Hey, with the DTS X Pro, what they're saying is they're already here. Already here. If I understood correctly, the DTS X soundtrack is going to be compatible with the DTS X Pro. Now, what they've done is it's already encoded on the soundtrack. The 32 channels is already there. You just got to have the hardware and the speakers to play them on. So to me, I think that's wonderful. Let's just say right now I'm running a 7.4.4. I got 4 subwoofers, 7 regular speakers on the floor, and I got 4 Atmos. Let's just say I can't afford a Trent-off, but let's just say I had one and I was able to upgrade a little bit at the time. The software is already here. So as you add speakers and add amps, you don't have to wait for new movies to come out because they're already here. And I think that is a wonderful thing. So all these DTS X movies that we already have, hey, they're compatible with DTS X Pro. And I think that's a good thing that we don't have to wait on. We just got to wait on the equipment to get out here. And I know they got some new equipment coming out, Marantz, Denon, I don't know, Trent-off has got them. Some other ones is already getting the DTS X Pro stuff on the market. I'm looking aggressively to try to get one real soon. I don't see me being able to spend $20,000, $30,000 or whatever the Trent-off cost, or I want an Emotiva preamp processor. Looking at one of those, but that's still expensive. So my options are limited on what I can do, but I will be going the DTS X Pro route here real soon, and I'm excited about that. Once you can get it hooked up, I think the software is going to come a little bit later, or the firmware is going to come later. Man, I would love to be able to dive into it and see what it's all about, because I think the DTS X and the IMAX Enhanced, I think it's a very good surround sound. So I'm excited to be able to dip into the DTS X Pro. And man, I'm telling you, you talking about a theater with 32 speakers as a home theater. Now we go to movie theaters and they have a lot of speakers in it, and they sound wonderful because, you know, that's what we're paying to go see. We're paying to see the sound, hear the sound, see the picture, to get that experience. But now we're gonna have the possibilities of having that same experience with all those speakers in our home theaters. And if we have the space, like I said, I'm looking around my room right now, and I've done video tours. Y'all know about what my room looks like. I don't know if I can put 32 speakers. I don't know if I want to put 32 speakers, but the technology is going to be there for us to do that. And I think that's wonderful. So that's my little video for us today. We talked about DTS, DTS X, DTS X Pro. Gave a little history on it. There was a lot more, man. I try to read up on stuff. Some stuff I know, some stuff I didn't know, but I try to give y'all facts of what I find out. And man, I'm telling you, I'm excited about this new surround format, and be glad to be able to one day get one in real soon, maybe do a review on it or something. But anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed the video, and man, I'll tell you, hope to see you again real soon. Please like, subscribe, share, and y'all have a good weekend.